Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to episode number 4 of my comp prep series. So this is my 7 weeks out video. Now I have had such a hectic past week. I have actually traveled interstate twice. So I did a trip up to the Gold Coast and I also traveled down to Adelaide to visit Rideaware. We're working on some really exciting things. Lots in store for next year with Rideaware, which is really cool. But also being in comp prep means that when I am traveling, things do get a little bit hectic as I am thrown out of routine. So when it comes to my diet and my training, it does get a little bit harder for me. Now, diet for me, I don't really have any issues with. I have pre-prepared all my meals when I travel, so that means that everything is there ready to go. I take more snacky foods that say like tuna tins, I eat a lot of corn thins, protein bars, fruit and that type of thing, so it's easy to track while I am traveling. But training has been a little bit harder, so that means that I had to plan my rest days on these days that I had been away. So that did mean say hi. So that did mean that my rest days had to be those days. I also really did struggle to get in my steps on those days. My steps are now at 13,000. So on the days where I am pretty much just standing there doing photo shoots, it was really, really hard to get in those. So I did just make sure that during the rest of this week, cute, that during the rest of this week, I did make a huge effort to hit my numbers. And then I also did a little bit extra on some of the days just to account for the fact that I didn't get those numbers on my rest days. Anyway, to today's video, I thought I would bring you one that is very highly requested, and that is a what I eat in a day. And now that I'm on comp prep, I thought it would be really good and really interesting for you guys to see. Earlier this year, did a what I eat in a day. I think I was on like over 2,000 calories, flexible dieting. I think I was traveling. So I think it would be a really good comparison for you guys to see what I was eating back then to now what I'm eating at 7 weeks out. I'm going to be eating all of my meals in today. I'm not eating anything out. So I'll also pop in here some recipes that I have been making so that you guys can make them as well. But I hope that you like to see today's video. Again, if you have any questions, any feedback, remember you can leave them in the box below. But I am going to take you with me for today and show you all of my foods. So you guys would have seen earlier, I had my breakfast. I had breakfast, I pretty much have it every day at around 7 o'clock. I wake up generally around 5:30 in the morning, and that's when I have a coffee, sit on my laptop. I weirdly sit on the laptop in the complete darkness. I don't know why, but it's just like therapeutic in some way. But I just do a lot of laptop work first thing in the morning. I feel like I'm really alert in the mornings when I have my coffee. I generally am hungry by about 7 o'clock, so then I'll have my breakfast, and you saw my protein oats earlier. It is now about, I think it's like, what's the time? 11 o'clock, and we're about to head to the gym. It is an upper body day today, and so I'm just having some pre-workout. The one that I have is actually at the moment is the EHP non-stim, so it's got no caffeine in it. I like to still be able to have a decent amount of caffeine in my day without absolutely exceeding my caffeine intake. So that's why I have been having this new non-stim. It is called Kiss My Peach flavor. It is seriously so good. So I'm having that before gym. I'm also going to eat an apple and a protein bar. So that should keep me fueled for my session. And then once I've had done my training session, then I will have a post-workout meal. Time for my next meal. I think it's around 3 o'clock at the moment. So I'm just gonna have a snacky type meal, corn thins with tuna, beetroot and tomato. For those of you who've watched my previous videos would have probably seen this one pop up because it's something that I've been now having for years. I am obsessed with corn thins with tuna. Weird obsession, I know, right? But this is a meal that's also really good if you are traveling a lot, if you're on the go, if you're busy with work. Just pop your corn thins and your tin of tuna in your bag and you're ready to go. But I also like this meal. It's really easy to track again. It's basic and I think it's less than 300 calories, and believe it or not, it's actually pretty satisfying. So have this most of the time in the afternoons. Okay, so while I have this snack, I thought I'd answer one of the questions that I do get quite a lot, and that is, how do I stay motivated to diet? How do I stay motivated to eat healthy, to stay on track with my goals, to hit my macros? And I guess for me, the thing is, I look at my end goal and the fact that I want to be the very best that I can be comes show day. I know that every day, every little thing that I do all adds up to that end result. So if I'm not getting my macros on point, if I'm not training hard in the gym, then am I really going to be the best that I can be come show day? No. So I think for me, motivation does come from within. Now, when it comes to dieting, it's hard. Dieting is not easy, guys. And I think that's why a lot of the time people do give up, because they don't see physical progress right away. So they think, oh, my diet's just not working, and they stop. Our bodies take time to respond. Like my body actually, my scale weight hasn't really moved over the last 3 weeks of dieting. Yeah, I feel a little bit leaner, but I have been working damn hard. Do I necessarily think that's reflective of the hard work? Probably not just yet, but does that mean I'm going to give up? No, because I know that this takes time. Transforming your body, getting results, whether it be fat loss, whether it be muscle gain, it takes time, consistency, and a damn lot of hard work. Now, do I feel like I want to just go out and have a huge night of like nice pizza and pasta and some few drinks with some friends? Yes. I'm a human, but at the end of the day, is that aligning with my goals at the moment for comp prep at 7 weeks out? No. So that is why I really am using my motivation myself to really keep on track with my nutrition. I try and vary my meals up as much as I can just to make it a little bit interesting. You would have seen I don't just eat the same old thing every single meal. I do try and vary up my protein, fat, and carb sources just to make it a little bit different, and just to, I guess, make sure that I'm not getting bored with my diet. I think that people also give up on diets when they're just so freaking boring. Like, who wants to eat chicken and asparagus literally every meal? You don't have to. I think the big thing for me is that each comp prep, it gets easier because I am more aware of what I am obviously doing and what to expect, but I also have come to terms with the fact that, yeah, it's hard, but I'm gonna push through it, and I get through it, and I get results. So that's what is driving me at the moment. And I think that this whole process, it doesn't have to be miserable. I absolutely enjoy this whole comp prep, this lifestyle. It's a lifestyle for me. It is not restrictive. Well, it is in a way that obviously my calories will get lower, so I do have to limit some of my food choices, and obviously the portion sizes get smaller. But I really enjoy this process and the challenge personally to me. It doesn't have to be a miserable process. You can get results, you can lose fat, and enjoy the journey along the way. So I think that's the main thing, and that's what motivates me and keeps me on track with my goals. Okay, so it is time for my next meal, and I'm going to show you how I make my turkey patties. Now, these were a staple in my comp prep this year, so I thought I would bring them back. They are really, really easy to make. They don't have too many ingredients, but they taste really good, and the macros for them are good as well. Now that I am not eating out as much and I am back in the kitchen a little bit more, I need to get a little bit more creative than I have been. So I'll show you how to make these, and at the end I will also pop up on here what the macros are, so the protein, fat, and carb breakdown for each of the servings that you're gonna have of these. Now, to have these turkey patties, you could either have them like as a burger with bread, or I'm gonna have them actually on lettuce wraps and add some beetroot and tomato, just because I'm gonna use my carbs later on in the day today. So these are the ingredients that you'll need. Turkey mince, we've got some parsley, zucchini. This is a tomato sauce I found from an Australian store called Coles, and it's got no added sugar in this one. The macros are really good. You need 1 egg, onion, mushrooms, chili, ginger, and soy sauce. The one I use is tamari soy. While I wait for these to cook, I am so hungry, so I'm just having a snack. These are my new obsession. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with popcorn lately, but these ones, or the natural ones, are so good. You can find them in pretty much any supermarket in Australia now, so like Coles or Woolies. So these are the lightly salted, slightly sweet ones, but they're really good. I've been having like 2 a day. I think there's only like 63 calories per serve of these. Here is what the turkey patties will look like when they are done. I'm gonna, as I said, have them on lettuce wraps, so I'll also add some beetroot and tomato on top of here and eat them like that. So it is Sunday, which means I have spent some time tonight prepping up my food for the week ahead. Now, I usually cook every couple of days, and when I cook, I just cook it up in big batches, so like chicken or minces, and keep it in the fridge, so then whenever I need it, then I can just weigh it out and portion it as I go. I used to be someone that would make every single meal for the week and weigh it all out individually and have like 1 million plastic containers in the fridge, but now I guess I do work from home, so it makes it a little bit easier to be more prepared each day and to cook things fresh. But even then, when I was working in my corporate job, I still did every single night. I would just weigh out what I needed to, and then that way every single morning I would take it out as I needed. So with the food I prepped tonight, this one is turkey mince. So for the flavoring in that one, I just usually use Moroccan, which is so good. This is just chicken breast stir fry strips. Again, I use Moroccan seasoning, and I also put a little bit of sweet chili sauce in it. It's a no added sugar one that I just found today from Coles. So I think this is gonna be my new obsession. And this one is beef mince, and in that one, I put a taco mix. It is now about 7 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock, and I'm going to have dinner. Now, dinner that I have pretty much every night while I'm prep at the moment is a stir fry, and I usually just change up my proteins. Tonight I'm going to have it with the beef mince that I had prepped earlier, and then I just add a heap of veggies. It is a high fiber meal, and it is a big meal. It also means that it does keep me feeling full for longer. And with this meal, it isn't many calories, but you'll see what I have later on, which is a bit more calorie dense than this. So I'm gonna have this now, and then later on I'll show you what I have for dessert. I've put all the chopped up veggies now into the fry pan, and I add a little bit of water to that one just so it cooks the veggies a little bit better. I added the ginger paste and a little bit of chili, salt and pepper to this as well. Once all the veggies are cooked and stir fried up, then I will add in the beef mince and just cook that for like an extra minute. Now I'm just finishing up my macros with some XO Crunch. Some XO Crunch and popcorn. I had one of the popcorns earlier today as well. And I'm also having a decaf coffee. Don't judge me for having decaf, but I actually just love the taste of coffee. I've already had a heap of caffeine today, and I also want to sleep tonight, but I have decaf coffee. And if you have not gotten these sweeteners, they are called Better Stevia, and this one is English toffee, and I put these in all my coffees. There's heaps of flavors, hazelnut. I've also got dark chocolate, which is really good. So you can get these off iherb.com, but they are seriously life-changing. Thank you for watching today's YouTube video. You make me nervous when I do this.
I'm judging you.
He's judging me on here. Thank you for watching today's YouTube video. I hope that you liked seeing what a day of food looks like for me on 1900 calories, 7 weeks out from my show. I will see you on next week's episode.